Welcome back. This is Reader's Theater, a third way. Yes, a third way. This one involves even more action than the way of doing it around a screen. This time you're going to present to your class the idea that, guess what? We don't need to build a fancy set or fancy scenery. We can use everything we have in our classroom to create the idea of a setting, just for fun. We're going to do a little story called Bringing Down the Moon. It's a really sweet story, once again, adapted from a children's book called Bringing Down the Moon, about a mole who wants to bring the moon down from the sky. And in the process, he decides to poke it with a stick and throw pine cones at it, etc., etc. And he wakes up all the animals in the forest. So in this setting, we have to create our forest setting. So you could present the question to your kids, and I'm going to present it to my actor friends. So you guys, we know in this story that we have the mole and he needs to poke a stick up at the moon. What could we use for a stick?
Oh, how about a ruler?
A ruler would be great. We're
Yeah.
going to use a ruler. I always take the best first idea because the first best idea is always the best. And I don't like kids be like, oh, this would be better, this would be better. I'm like, that was a great idea. We're going to go with that. You guys, he also throws pine cones up at the moon. What could we use for pine cones?
Well, oh, yeah, I know. How about if we crumple up some paper?
3 crumpled up pieces of paper. Perfect. We're going to crumple up 3 pieces of paper and we're going to put them over here. Now we know that the rabbit lives in a burrow. What could we use for a burrow that's in our classroom?
A chair.
A chair. Perfect. The rabbit is going to come out from behind her chair. That's the burrow. We know that the squirrel is in a tree. What could a child safely stand on in your classroom that could represent a tree?
Oh, the bench.
A
Yeah.
bench, a stool, a
A
chair,
chair.
anything like that. Great, we're gonna use this bench. And then we know that the hedgehog comes out from underneath a pile of leaves. We're gonna just use this big scarf, but you could use a child's coat or a yoga mat or anything that you have in your classroom. We're just gonna lay it right here for now. Once again, we're gonna be playing several parts instead of each of us just playing one part. Okay, here we go. We're also going to agree that the moon, you guys, is going to be off in the distance and we're all going to stare at the same spot. We're going to have it be that light out there in the distance. So when we're referring to the moon, we're all referring to the same thing. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Yeah. Okay, and we are going to challenge ourselves because here's the fun of Reader's Theater. Challenge yourselves to use vocal variety. That's the whole point. Choose to be seen, choose to be heard, choose to be understood, and choose to create a character with your voice. So we're going to take some risks and create some character voices. And the narrator, we remember, is just as important as everyone else because the narrator paints the picture with their words. And it's really important that they're as expressive as possible. Once again, using vocal variety, they can alter their pitch, their volume, the rate. They can alter the tone, and they can use their facial expression and their body language to incorporate how they feel about something and make the audience be completely engaged. And remember, Reader's Theater is always read. It's never memorized. That's the beauty of it because it increases comprehension and reading fluency and word recognition and makes us all better readers. Okay, here we go. Bringing down the moon.
Hot diggity! Whatever's that?
The moon was hanging in the sky above him like a bright silver coin. Mole thought it was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen.
Whatever it is, I must have it. I know, and I'll jump and I'll pull it down.
Thump, thump, thumpity, bump.
Oh.
Mole was so busy jumping he didn't think about the noise he was making, and he woke up Rabbit in her burrow.
Mo, what on earth do you think you are doing?
Well, hello, Rabbit. I'm trying to pull that shiny thing.
You mean the moon?
Oh, so that was cold?
You'll never do that. It's not as close as it looks.
But
What?
Mole would not give up.
I know. I'll get a stick and poke it down.
He found a long stick, and he poked it up at the moon. Swish, swish, swishity, swish. Mole was so busy poking, he tripped over Hedgehog in his bed of leaves.
Oh!
Oh, about as close as it looks.
But Mole would not give up.
I know I'll throw something at it and knock it down.
He found some pine cones and threw them up at the moon.
Oh.
Plank! Plankety!
Blink.
Oh, Plank! Mo! Ow! Mo! He woke up Squirrel. Ouch! Mo! Have you got nuts?
Hello, Squirrel. I'm trying to knock down the moon.
You'll never do that. It's not as close as it looks. But Mole wanted the moon so badly, he would not give up.
I know. I'll climb a tree and carry it down.
Mole had never climbed a tree before. It was hard work, and he was scared to be so far from the ground.
Oh.
He kept going until he saw the moon resting above him. Mole stretched out his paws, but just when he thought he had the moon, he slipped. Eek! Ouch! Mole tumbled down and landed in a puddle.
Oh, hot diggity drat! I almost had it that time.
Then he noticed something floating in the puddle beside him. It was pale and wrinkled, and Mole recognized it at once.
The moon, it must have fallen down with me.
He reached out to pick up the moon, but as soon as he touched it, it broke into pieces and vanished. He sat in the puddle and cried. Rabbit, Hedgehog, and Squirrel all came running up.
Are you all right, Mole?
I'm all right, but the moon isn't. I pulled it down and I broke it, and it was so beautiful, and now I'll never see it again.
Oh, Mole, you couldn't have pulled down the moon,
Huh?
and you couldn't have broken it.
Then you'll certainly see it again. Look. High in the sky above them, the moon was coming out from behind a cloud.
Oh, and it's just as beautiful as ever.
It
Mole,
is beautiful.
Rabbit, and Hedgehog, and Squirrel stood and stared at the moon together.
It is beautiful. Very beautiful.
Very beautiful indeed.
Yes, but it's not as close as it looks. Yay!
So your assignment, as I've loaded on Moodle, is to find a children's book and adapt it into a Reader's Theater script. Find something that you really love and something that inspires you. Find a book that has a lot of fun characters with a lot of dialogue already written into it and some great narration, so you don't have to go to a lot of work. And then just make that into a script, load it onto Moodle, have fun, and when you get to be teachers, try it in your classrooms, and you can try it 3 different ways and have fun.